Hey guys, welcome back to Popcorn and Champagne.
This is episode 7. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and tell a friend to our YouTube channel, which is Popcorn and Champagne.
And like us on IG, popcorn_champagne.
Episode 7.
Woo!
Cheers.
You guys are in for a treat tonight. We have as our special guest my homeboy, Grammy, Emmy, Dove, award-winning artist, Nashville's own, the one and only Shannon Sanders.
Southside.
He has worked with some of the greats, John Legend, Pink, Leela James, Lyle Lovett, and the list goes on and on and on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Listen, can I take you guys everywhere I go? Can I take you guys everywhere I go and do that?
Yeah. Wait a minute. You are our first guest.
How about that?
We're so excited. We're so excited.
Wow.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you ladies for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Great.
I'm looking forward to this and looking forward to our conversation tonight.
Yes.
So here we are. Let's get it popping.
It.
Let's get into it. And speaking of getting into it, we're gonna get into this popcorn and this champagne.
Yes, he's playing the role tonight, drinking his champagne in his tuxedo. My man is clean tonight.
He is clean tonight.
Yes,
come on.
Casket clean.
Come on.
So we want to start with you about the Elvis project.
All right.
The new movie that came out, I was able to go to your premiere at the Franklin Theater here in Nashville, Tennessee. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about your involvement with the role that you had?
Yeah.
And just the whole project.
Well, it goes all the way back. So a good friend of mine, Dave Cobb. Dave is Dave is the biggest country and Americana producer in the game.
Wow.
Dave called me. He got the call to record some audio for the movie.
Okay.
So his studio is RCA A. Elvis did a lot of recording in RCA B, which is next door.
Okay.
It's one of the bigger rooms in Nashville. It's one of the bigger, more natural sounding rooms. So Dave calls me a lot of times for choirs. Mm-hmm. He's like, bro, we need a 25 voice choir to do the thing, right? And that's what it was. And so we put together this incredible cast of singers. And so the easiest way to accomplish that, I mean, that's a lot of singers, especially great singers.
Yes.
It was easier to get groups. So what we did was got the McCrary sisters. Then that gave me 3 or 4. We went and got the Settles Connection.
Bad.
Oh yeah, that Settles Connection brought us, 8 to 10, and then the rest were, between former Fisk Jubilee singers and just folks that I knew that were phenomenal.
Okay.
And then we made our cast of 25. But it's crazy now. Let me tell you what was crazy.
Yeah.
Because in total, there were 4 days of audio recording. We did 2, and then we did 2 later in post-production when they were almost done with the movie and they realized that they needed a little more. Those first 2 days, though, were incredible. The first day, we went out to the Wilson County Fairgrounds, and there's this little church out there. It looked like something straight out of Little House on the Prairie, right? And I think that they actually moved it from some other location and put it there at the fairgrounds, Wilson County Fairgrounds, to preserve it.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, and it was incredible. It was just all this old wood, and it just sounded a certain way.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we get here, and Bass, who's the director, right? He's talking me through it. This is what I want to do. This and this. We want this and this and this. I'm like, man, I got you. And I ain't gonna laugh. The while I felt like he was kind of beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Like, man, I got you. You know what I mean? I get it. So I look at Dave, and some point I look at Dave like, bro, tell your boy. Dave was like, hey man, he got you. But I told him, whatever you do, don't stop rolling tape. Because it's gonna get real. Like, these people are for real singers.
Right.
They're not actors. You can't fake this music right here.
That's right.
Right.
And it was exactly that. Austin was there. Austin Butler, who's the star of the movie, he was there. And at whatever point we were rolling, he wanted to start with this moan, and it was this real, incredible, organic, authentic, black moan.
And you felt it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In the movie,
Yeah.
like I felt like it was like from back in the day.
Yo,
It was so original.
Austin started bawling.
Really?
On the spot.
It made
he
him
told me
very
later.
emotional.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he told me later, he gave me the
Yeah.
biggest hug later. He was like, man, he said, look, I'm from LA. He said, I ain't never heard nothing like that in person in
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and it just speaks to authenticity, speaks to what's special about here
Right.
and where we are
Right.
and who we are.
There's nothing like the South.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
Well, talk about your role that you had.
Okay.
You played a minister, right? Did you have to, what inspired you? Did you have to have some type of inspiration for you to be that in that part?
That's easy. So it was actually born out of that day. So here's what happened. We were recording audio. This was just all about getting audio. We went to Dave's studio second day, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that Bass wanted was this gospel medley. So a medley is when you run a bunch of songs together, right? So blues songs, there's a form to blues songs, 1-5-4, 1-4-5. You know, there's a structure. The same is true with old church songs. So you could easily go from, this little light of mine,
Right.
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, straight to glory, glory.
Right.
Yes.
Sit that. Sins are laid. Now here's what happened. My burden's down. Some glad morning.
Well, you better stop it.
All right, so
You
watch
gotta-
this.
You got a fan now. You got a fan now. That's what we do now.
Wait,
We
you fanning
fan
it. You fanning it.
Right.
So that's what happened. I'll Fly Away was part of the medley.
Right.
I'm leading the medley. It was random.
Right.
Just random old school church songs, right?
Yeah.
So I'm leading I'll Fly Away. And we're passing the mic around. And but they were filming this capturing of audio. So they see me acting out the part.
Yeah.
I'm not acting. I mean, I'm just singing.
Right.
Doing you.
Just doing the thing. But the thing is, the scene in the movie was Elvis as a child
Yes.
going to this tent revival, right? Him and his friends sneak into this tent revival, and there's this pastor who's leading worship at this tent revival.
Yeah.
And he's leading I'll Fly Away. So I'll Fly Away is what got locked in the movie. So it's my voice anyway. Where they had video of me doing it, they're like, well, just come to Australia, which is where the movie was shot. Come and just do it.
That's crazy.
Now,
So you
okay.
created an opportunity.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? It worked out.
It did.
But now watch this. Here's the crazy part though, is my grandparents raised me and my grandfather was a pastor for real.
Okay.
So I got to really just simply be my grandfather. So that's what made it easy. So in terms of inspiration, it made it super easy because all I had to do was be my granddad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, he passed back in 1996. Those things of his that are most precious to me I keep in the trunk in my attic. His robes being part of that. The day I left for Australia, I'm thinking, what if it's as simple as a black robe and I got that?
Oh my gosh.
And not only do I have it, but I got one that means something to me.
That's giving me chills.
So I
right
took
now.
it. And so the robe I'm wearing in the movie is my grandfather's robe.
Oh my gosh.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
That
so-
is a fantastic
I love
story.
that.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Impressive.
Well, and watching the movie, I learned so much about Elvis, and I just want you to clean something up for us.
Yeah.
When I got a lot of feedback when I went to that premiere, and they were saying that they felt like Elvis was a racist.
Yeah.
Can
I
you?
thought the same thing. Like in the beginning, I
okay.
really thought that. Like I went into this project thinking that and thinking like, okay, here's this incredible moment.
Right.
But, he's somebody that is not high on the favorability list of black people.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's still American history. Let's and it's an opportunity. Let's do
course.
it. But like you, I went into it not necessarily
knowing the history.
knowing. Yeah. Turns out though, the more research I did, I found out why. So it's believed that he said all a black man could do for him
Was shine his
his shoes and buy his records.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. They said he said it on a show that he was never booked on. He was never booked on that show.
Okay.
And Jet Magazine at the time tried to validate it, never could. They never could, but
Yeah.
he could never live it down.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
He could never prove that he didn't say it. So that's the thing. But there are not articles, but interviews. B.B. King, James Brown. These are people that knew him, black people that knew
Right.
him and loved him. And they said that was completely uncharacteristic. James Brown went as far as saying he was a beautiful human. So, and that's the thing. It's like, when you see the movie, it's interesting because really it was white America that was trying to shut him down.
That's right.
See, we hadn't seen that yet.
That's right.
We hadn't seen the Justin
He had
Timberlake.
too much rhythm.
Yeah.
He had too.
Well,
he was doing
I mean,
too much.
He's a white boy from Memphis.
Absolutely.
What you think he
Yeah. I get it. No, but I'm saying
You know what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
they were thinking.
Yeah.
They didn't
Well,
like that.
Okay, think about that though. That's the first time we've seen that though.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
America had never. We didn't
Right.
have Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber yet.
right.
Sure.
You know, we didn't have any. We didn't have
Yeah.
Eminem yet.
But we had our little Richards. We had.
Yeah.
We had that.
We had that.
But that's what he was inspired by because he
Yes.
was the first white
But
boy.
they want the rhythm, but not the blues.
Well, you know, that's a whole different thing because that's where rock and roll comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you understand that genre means who, not
Right.
what.
Okay.
It means who. So R&B means us. When they do the same music, you call it rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's country when white folks do it. It's blues when we do it. It's
okay.
the same thing.
Sure.
So that's the thing. And so what we're seeing is him be the king of rock and roll, but you see even in the movie,
That's right.
he's standing with Fats Domino and he's like, shit, Fats Domino the king of rock and roll, not
That's
me.
right.
He's like, I got this from black folks.
Wow.
Because he grew up in the hood.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the
Right.
thing. It was never anything that he claimed. The problem was that he never disclaimed it either.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, and but it was the first time that we saw somebody white cover black music.
Yes.
And Hound Dog, that was Big Mama Thornton.
That's
shout out,
yeah.
shout out to
Oh,
Shankar.
yeah.
God bless you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God,
Yeah.
that's
Huge
a whole
loss.
other
Yeah,
Huge
conversation.
loss.
Big loss.
Yeah.
But you know, we never seen that, and
Right.
so that's yeah.
Right.
Well, it was an excellent movie, and it shed a lot of light
Thank you.
on some things. So, kudos to you on that.
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. And everybody involved, like I mean, a lot of people from this area.
Yes.
Sure.
A lot of people from Middle Tennessee participated in the production of that audio
Yeah.
and this film. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Job
it-
well
it-
done.
I appreciate it.
Now you mentioned the Fisk Jubilee Singers.
Yeah.
Tell us what your involvement is with the Fisk Jubilee Singers.
You know, I love the Fisk Jubilee Singers. You know, it's hard to be from Nashville and not feel a connection to them and not understand, especially being in music and
Yeah.
not be just in awe of them.
Sure.
And appreciate all that they mean to us and have contributed to the cultural fabric
Right.
of our city, our nation, and the world. So I'm in love with Fisk Jubilee Singers.
Yeah. The
Did you
history
grow
is
up-
so rich.
Did you grow up loving them?
You know what? I grew up, I grew up loving them from a historical perspective. Just
Yeah.
knowing and understanding who they were, what they represented. That's what I was in love with. But
So your latest project with them,
the record.
the record. Tell us about that.
You know, the record is interesting because we were making a record and didn't realize we were making a record.
Really?
Now, I'll tell you what I mean.
Here we go, creating
I'm,
opportunities again. I love it. I
There we go, something out of
love
nothing.
it. Yeah.
So I'm co-musical director of something that the Jubilee Singers do once a year called Spring Sing at the Ryman.
Okay.
And what it was, the first two were recorded for archival purposes, not to make a record.
Sure.
It was just to have, right? We were
Okay.
just recording them to record them. But then going back and listening to them, it was like, between those 2 years, there's a record here. And so we just pulled them out, we cleaned them up, mixed them, and put it out to the world. And you know,
won a
here we
Grammy.
are, a Grammy later. And not only a Grammy, not only a Grammy,
Yeah.
but it's historic. This is the first Grammy won by an HBCU.
Oh,
right.
wow.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
impressive.
So we made
Very
history with
impressive.
that.
Made history once again.
Yeah, so super exciting. Love Dr. Kwame. Love the kids. You know, it's crazy because different crop of kids every year. You know, you have some of the same faces, but
Yeah.
it's impossible to work with them and not fall in love with the kids. You know,
Yeah,
and then
of
not
course.
just
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because I mean, you
Yeah.
see yourself in them.
Yeah.
You see your own children in them, and just young people that you know and love, and you know. I can't help but just pour everything into those young
awesome.
people whenever I'm around them.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Was there ever a movie that you, growing up, remember that's just like, man, I want to be like that, or inspired you musically
Yeah, easy.
that you could share?
Color Purple, hands down.
Oh, that's the best.
Oh yeah,
It comes on. I still watch
yeah.
it.
It's Quincy Jones.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the music is Quincy Jones.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and so it's phenomenal just the way it was approached. You know, he's a genius to me. He is the definition of the role of producer to me. And I remember
that.
being. I mean, when that movie came out, I was was a teenager.
Yeah.
And I remember I saw it at the Belcourt.
Did you really?
It was 1985.
It was during
1985
Christmas too when it came out. I think it was around the holidays.
Yeah, I remember it was 85.
Yeah, I remember seeing it for the first time in theaters and just seeing it, you know, on that scale, just big and loud and like wow.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, everything was just so well done that it definitely made a lasting impression on me.
Yeah.
Culturally, but creatively too.
Yeah.
Just the way it sounded, you know, especially those church scenes, like they nailed it. The juke joint scenes, like the music was so on point. And but I would have to say The Color Purple.
Yeah. Cool.
I love
So,
that.
you know, the thing about this podcast is we talk about infotainment, we talk about reality TV, we talk about documentaries, we talk about movies. So we have to ask you, because we ask each other this, what you watching?
You know,
Look, do you even have time to watch TV?
you know what? Kind of not. I really, honestly, like I probably make a beat before I watch TV to be entertained. Like
Yeah.
I probably go to the studio before I watch TV. But every now and then I'll get into something.
Yeah.
Now I like gangster shit.
Okay.
I do.
So, like, what is your gangster? What do you watch?
Like
Goodfellas?
Like Goodfellas, like The
Okay.
Sopranos.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
But I'll tell you, most recently, the one is Peaky Blinders.
Oh my gosh.
She loves Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders is
Are
so
they
called
not the baddest?
gangster.
I told
So
you.
did you finish it? Have you finished it? So you're all the way caught up?
I got through it quick
I gotta
too.
check it out.
Oh,
I gotta
it's
check it out.
brilliant.
But it's so
And
brilliant
they so
is the word.
sharp.
They so fresh and so gangster at the same time. I'm talking about they'll be so clean.
But they were fresh and gangster back
Oh,
then, though.
my
That's
God.
how it was.
The haircuts.
Oh my God!
The clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Well, cool.
so well done. That's the
You
thing.
just sung to my heart, honey.
Yeah,
Yes,
Peaky Blinders.
that is my
Peaky Blinders is cold.
jam.
Now, watch this though. Now, I'm about to throw you one here.
Okay.
Think about culturally, like think about what Peaky Blinders was, right?
Yeah.
Think about everything that was going on in Ireland. Where were they? Ireland,
Yeah,
Scotland?
we're in Ireland.
Okay, think about that. Think about how wild it was.
Yeah, it was
What-
right after the war.
Okay, those people moved here.
They did.
Those were the people that we associated with most because when they came here, they were bottom
outside.
of the barrel.
Yeah,
white folks.
sure.
Those were the people that we associated with most. And so what they say is a lot of what hip hop is that we were directly influenced by that culture,
Oh wow.
Well,
less than British culture, because the British, the folks in the houses, the folks in the big houses,
Yeah.
we weren't dealing with them like that.
Okay.
These were the people that were out there doing the exact same thing we were doing. So this is how we learned to speak English from them.
Yeah.
This is where we got music. This is who we made music with.
Yeah.
This is who we made country with. They brought the fiddle or the violin.
Right.
We brought the banjo.
For
These are the
sure.
people we were creating with and associating with. So it's interesting when you look at Peaky Blinders and look culturally where they were
Yeah.
when they came here and think about where black culture is and think about how much we actually got
Yeah.
from them, good, bad, and otherwise.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now that was
I
deep.
love
Did you
that.
get all that
I
from
did.
Peaky Blinders?
I-
Like
well,
when
no.
you watched it, did
No,
you get that?
Well, he broke down the music side of it, but when he says that makes
That
a lot
makes
of
a
sense
ton of
because
sense,
it started
yeah.
with the prohibition.
Yeah.
When that ended, then they went into drugs.
Yeah.
You know, so but it's a well done series.
Man, Peaky Blinders.
So let me say again, you know you're our first guest, right? So we like straight got street cred right now. So
Yes.
thank
Okay.
you so
Yes.
much for coming
Can
today.
I ask you
Seriously.
one thing? Do you have any new projects coming down the pike that you can talk about, or just stay tuned?
You know what? Honestly, not really.
Really?
Like, I think for the first time I have a clear plate.
Okay.
And you
As a
have a
creator.
clear plate to watch popcorn and champagne.
Perfect segment. Popcorn and shit.
Yes, yes. Shannon, we appreciate you so much. This has been amazing.
Thank you,
Cheers.
thank you. Cheers.
Come
Cheers.
back and see us.
Oh, without a doubt.
I love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. Hey everybody, it's Toni and Tiffany from Popcorn and Champagne. We invite you to check out our podcast every Tuesday. It drops on YouTube, and like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend. And also you can catch us on Instagram, popcorn_champagne, where you can like it as well. Ooh, wee!
Oh my God.
That was really good.
Shannon was amazing. And I just have the utmost respect for
I do
him
too.
even more. I mean,
I do too.
that's been my homeboy for a very long time, but the things that he does in the community and his craft,
Well, the thing that I really liked about him, he's very engaging. You could tell he's used to the camera.
Yes.
So that was really good. And he was our first guest.
I know. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you,
Again.
Shannon.
We love
Thank you. So now it is time for
Infotainment.
Gosh. Okay. So
Jennifer.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck.
Yes. They are married.
They are married, and like it's been 20 years since they've been apart.
Yep.
They got married. They did a wedding in a wedding in Vegas.
Yeah.
And they honeymooned in Paris.
And she looks so cute, girl.
She does. She looks really happy.
Yeah. Her wedding dress was just so simple. But she never does wrong to me.
No, not ever. She never misses.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce, she never misses.
So they're honeymooning in Paris. So what's going on over there?
So I think you were telling me earlier this week, you were listening to another talk show, and they were talking about people saying that
The kids.
The kids are at the honeymoon with Ben and Jennifer, and a lot of people are having an issue with the kids being there, and I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, this is his second marriage. This is Jennifer's. We don't know, but so what? They've got nannies and people that could help take care of the children. So who cares if the kids are
they're
there?
in Paris, so why not?
Yeah,
bring
I mean, who
everybody?
cares that the kids are there? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Do you?
Now, was Ben sleeping on the trip?
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you about this one. This one was actually really funny. So Ben and Jennifer were on a yacht. They were doing this tour or whatever. Ben was knocked out. Like, I'm talking about mouth wide open sleep.
Girl, he ain't relapsed, is it? Because
Well, you know what?
Ben is an alcoholic.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. I don't know. So, moving on, Erica Jane.
Oh, girl.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She was served a $50 million lawsuit at the airport.
I feel like we've just been reporting convicts and these reality stars. And once again, Erica Jane is probably one of the biggest that has not been convicted of anything, but just by association of her husband, who was slimy and just didn't pay those victims of the airplane crash.
That happened in 2018.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but what's so funny about this, when I was looking at the video of it, this lady had these huge amounts of papers that they were serving her in the baggage claim. And she was with Lisa. She was with Lisa Rinna.
Oh,
she was with Rinna. And I think they were coming back from a trip from Hawaii.
Yeah.
So, she was totally embarrassed. Totally embarrassed about that.
I know she's got to be over it.
Yeah. But I'm not, it just seems a little murky.
Yeah.
It does. It just seems a little murky with how, they had so much money.
For sure.
And they were flaunting it, and they were flaunting it on the show.
Yeah.
And you see I'm talking with my hands because we've got these new cards. But then that's another story for another day. But, it just seems a bit murky to me.
Yeah.
So
I hate it for her. She gets to get served, and he's laying up in a
they're trying to say
facility,
a memory facility place, right? And
claiming dementia.
I don't know if
that,
that's all the way true, but hey, we'll go for it if they want to.
But girl, can we just mention one more little info?
Sure.
Sheree.
Oh my gosh! I sent that to you. Did you see that thing? Okay. Go ahead.
Sheree
go.
And
Sheree from the Housewives of Atlanta,
and what's my name?
Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville
are an item.
They're an item,
and so they've been spotted taking pictures, selfies, working out together, kind of making out together.
So how do you feel about that?
I think first of all, there's like a 12-year difference between them, which is not a big deal.
So how old is he?
Oh, I don't think Martell is 40.
Oh, I did not know. I didn't know that.
No, he's young.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then he has 5 children.
He's got 4 with Melody.
Yes.
And then he's got the
extra.
Okay.
And Sheree, I just wish that she would just pick or have somebody else pick for her, because her record is not.
But then again, that brings in the question is, I'm not saying that she's doing anything, but is there something with her that's like taking these guys like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this?
I don't know. Martell is fine.
Yeah, right.
But he's a hot mess.
Yeah, he is.
He's a hot mess.
He really is.
So I'm watching that one.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna check that one out. And I saw that today. I was like, and I immediately said, but you heard the rumors though. You already knew that was going on, right?
No,
that was the first you heard of it.
Yes.
When I broke the story.
Big.
Yeah, I heard it and I forgot about that. And then I was like, whoa, yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, good luck to them. Best of luck. Documentary recap.
Yes.
Okay. Victoria's Secrets, Angels and Demons.
I watched it.
Have you? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it is a 3-part documentary that's going to be on Hulu.
Yes.
And it tells you from top to bottom the history of Victoria's Secret, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It was really, really good though. I really liked it. Did you like it?
No, it was good. I'm just tired of hearing Jeffrey Epstein and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like with every billionaire story, this man is there.
Well, he was very connected. I mean, he was very connected.
He was like the greatest con man ever.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely he was. Absolutely he was. But before we even talk about that disgusting person, so a lot of people did not know how Victoria's Secrets got started.
Yes.
Victoria's Secrets got started. It was a catalog.
It was.
It was a like, you know, you used to get the Sears book. It was a catalog, and it was created by Roy and Gail Raymond, who he wanted to do this catalog. Roy did because he didn't think that men would want to go into a store to actually buy lingerie for their wives. So in 1977, Les Wexner, he is, and if you know Les Wexner, he's the Limited. He's Bath and Body Works and all of that.
Huge.
Yeah, huge. He bought that from them in 1977, and it was really quite interesting how he was wanting to make Victoria's Secret this posh British woman, right? And
created a whole story about her,
a fake story, a whole fake story, and a whole image about who she was, and that she was from English, and that her name was Victoria Stewart White,
and she was married to a barrister.
Yeah.
Which was a total. I mean, all that flipped the script real quick.
Yeah.
But the one thing that stood out to me was just, it was all men that were working behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
Trying to tell how women should look.
Right. Well, they kind of got in trouble with it too eventually, because a lot of women felt that image that they saw was fake. Yeah. Because, you know, and they even told Tyra Banks, who was an angel. So before they became angels, it was a very modest catalog. And I think what happened in 1999, the Super Bowl commercial, there was which was $1.4 million is how much they paid for that.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah. And they were driving everybody to the Victoria's Secret website. And that's when they introduced the angels. Yeah. And it crashed the website.
Wow.
So you got rid of Victoria Stewart White, basically, and then you introduced the angels, and a lot of supermodels did not even want to be associated with that. They won't touch it. But you have to give it to Les Wexner in that he really did not want this to be trashy. He did not want Victoria's Secret to be like Fredericks of Hollywood. He wanted it to be a really upscale type of lingerie,
but affordable.
I used to get my free panties. You remember the free panties?
That you free panty coupon
all the time. I would go in there, and that was their way of getting people in the store to buy more. Yeah. You know, and the whole way the store was designed. I mean, it was brilliant, really. It was. He's all about, they call it fast fashion. Yeah. Where you can go to a department store and pick out something. Yes. You go to these, he used to go to these different countries 6 times a year to see the latest fashion, to get the inspiration and then mimic it. Yeah. Which is going on now today. It's been happening. No, right? He's a genius. He was a genius in some aspects. But the thing about him was he was from Ohio, and he had this incredible need of wanting to be a part of the New York scene, the New York upper echelon. Yeah. And he could never break into that thing. I mean, he used Jackie O, but he never could do it. And he saw that Epstein was very connected. So he was a creep. He was a creep, but a lot of things are a little murky about it. It's very murky. His sexuality, like a lot of things came out. Yeah. I mean, he gave him everything. I mean, what was it? He turned everything over to him, like his whole financials or whatever. Yeah. It was ridiculous. I was just like, what
is this man saying and doing to
Yeah.
get these billionaires?
Oh, but what he was doing is he was luring these women and saying that he was a recruiter
For a modeling agent.
for Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
And these women were going for it. He's a sleazeball.
No, he was
Yeah,
horrible.
he was a sleazeball. But I will tell you, there's been a lot of supermodels. Bella
Coming out.
Hadid, who had said that she never felt. I guess when she was in, Rihanna had a fashion show.
Yeah.
And she said she felt her best in a Fenty fashion show.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show they were doing it for the money, and they weren't really comfortable while they were doing
and
it.
I mean, they wouldn't accept the different body images that
Right.
are now around.
Yeah, Tyra Banks was weighing 123 pounds. And they told her she needed to lose 10 pounds and be 113.
And you know, if you notice in those fashion shows, they would cover up Tyra around her butt.
yeah.
And now that is the thing.
Yeah, everybody wants what we got, right? So I get it. So that is on Hulu, and it's called Victoria's Secrets, Angels and Demons. So for the next one is The Captain. Did you watch it?
I watched the first episode.
Okay, and it was really good. So this is about, it's a 7-part documentary. It's on ESPN. It's about Derek Jeter. It's very close to how they were trying to do The Last Dance and whatnot, but it was really good. And I thought I saw somewhere that Spike Lee had something to do with
He's
this.
one of the executive producers.
Perfect. I was wanting to make sure I
Yeah.
saw that right. But he talks about growing up in the Midwest as biracial, and how his parents were faced with housing discrimination. Like the dad would go and look for a house, and they're like, okay, the house is not available. The mom would go back.
I love the dad.
I did too.
He
And
was a
you know
sweetie
what?
pie.
Shout out to him. He went to Fisk University and played baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
Yeah. But the wife, the mom went back to that same place, and they were able to get housing because she didn't show her family.
Yeah. Couldn't put any pictures out.
Couldn't put any pictures
at
out.
her job.
Yeah.
None of that.
But Derek Jeter was drafted out of high school as a rookie. He was obsessed with the Yankees because his mom, his grandmother, his maternal grandmother, was obsessed with the Yankees, and he knew that. As a little boy, I'm going to play for the Yankees. You keep speaking it into existence, it happens.
But I found it interesting how he struggled when he first got into the minors.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want to come home.
Yeah.
But
think about how when you're dealing with certain challenges, how it makes you strong when you keep going. So kudos to him for that. It was really good. But another thing that I thought was interesting was that his friendship with A-Rod.
Oh, yeah.
So A-Rod, I guess, was a year or so younger than him. They met when A-Rod was in high school. So they've been friends for a long, long time. And they really connected because you see a brown boy, you see another brown boy, because it's not a lot of us playing, baseball or whatever. But they became really good friends. And as time went on, the media, as they say, tried to pit them against each other. And there is a Sports Illustrated cover that they did where... Derek Jeter is standing over A-Rod.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they say A-Rod didn't like it because it made it appear as if he is superior to him. So I thought that was interesting. A-Rod said that's not true. But time will tell. I don't know. But Jeter was in the best city in the world, in New York, playing for the Yankees. And he got himself into the hip hop. Yeah, into the hip hop culture. Diddy, when he came on the scene, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, says that I'm the king of New York. He could be the prince of New York, right?
Oh, wow.
So he starts hanging out with all these hip hop people, right? Yeah. So I don't know if do you remember in December 1999 when Puff and J-Lo were in the club. Somebody shoots in the whole thing. Somebody shoots in the club, and
he was there.
They're shouting. He was not there.
Okay.
He was supposed to be with them that night and decided not to go.
Oh, girl.
Because he had a game the next day. But he was going to go, and he decided not to go. And he's so thankful that he did not go to the club that night because his name would have been all in it. So, So that one was a champagne moment for me. I really, really enjoyed it. It's on ESPN, and episode 3 and 4 are going to be airing very soon. They're going to be on Thursday nights. So definitely check that out.
Yeah. Well, from what I saw, it was really, really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So what you got?
So Dramedy, which is drama and comedy. recap. I watched on Netflix Persuasion. So it's based on a novel of Jane Austen, and it kind of puts you in mind of the Bridgerton feel, which I love. And my girl, what is her name? Dakota Johnson, who is Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson's daughter.
Sure.
Star of 50 Shades of Grey, which I was a fan of the book. Did you read all the books?
I didn't read the book.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was like the thing, man. Like, yeah, I read all the books.
Right.
Anyway, but what I loved about it was it's a romance series drama, and the diversity, the same as Shonda Rhimes brought to Bridgerton, they brought to this.
Right.
And it was amazing. You had, Asians, you had African Americans. I mean, just black African Americans, like across the board, like things are changing. You know what I mean?
How many episodes is it?
It was a movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Okay,
sorry.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
And it's a sweet little, romance. It's good. But it focuses on a family and their whole ups and downs and everything. And the girl that plays her sister is hilarious. But I would suggest you watch it. I mean, if you like,
I like period pieces.
If you like period pieces,
yeah.
and Bridgerton,
yeah,
it's right up that same alley.
Right.
And it's beautiful people in it with, and it's colorful. And that's what I like about it.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Yeah. So then on Hulu, The Old Man.
That's on FX too, I believe, right?
It might be.
I think it is. I think
Hulu
it's on
and
FX too.
FX are connected.
Yeah, they're cousins.
So let me just say, Jeff Bridges, John Lithgow, Amy Brenneman, amazing cast. These old men bring it, okay? So it's based on a novel, and Jeff Bridges, who is Dan Chase, plays an ex-CIA agent.
Okay.
He's gone rogue.
Right.
For 30 years. And they bring him back out because someone comes to his home, an assassin comes and tries to kill him. Well, it's woke the beast, so to speak.
Okay.
And so he's back on the run and trying to resolve some things that have come back from his past. Jeff Bridges is 72 years old. Guys, listen, when I tell you this guy is in such great shape, and he has the best hair. Like,
yeah, he does.
His hair is gorgeous. But anyway, the stars of the show, though, are his two Rottweilers, Dave and Carol. They're amazing, these dogs. And they're his secret weapons, so to speak. But John Lithgow is the assistant director of the FBI.
Everything. He was in Footloose.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yes.
I mean, he's been in everything.
I mean, and so it's very action packed. Jeff Bridges' fight scenes are incredible, and I highly recommend it. It keeps you on the edge of your seat just to see, and they've I think they're gonna have a season 2.
Okay.
But I really did like it. And
so you give it a champagne?
I do. I give it a champagne.
Persuasion, you give that a champagne as well, right? When we were talking about Persuasion on Netflix.
I mean, it's just a cute little.
Okay.
It just didn't dazzle me, but I'm just saying, it's not burnt popcorn. But I drank some Prosecco.
I love it.
Oh,
it's
my
Champagne.
goodness. So what's the next Hulu one?
Everything's trash.
It's trash.
It's cute.
Is it?
It's cute.
That's what the young people say. Man, it's trash.
Yeah,
that's what they say, don't they?
It took a minute though. It wants to be funny. So basically, it's a comedy series by Phoebe Robinson, and she had a show that was on HBO called Two Dope Queens, and it's about Phoebe and her co-host having a podcast, and it's about her living her life in being a single woman, and her brother is running for political office, and
now he's funny.
Yeah, he is funny. He's awkward.
He's very awkward. Him and his wife,
he's very awkward.
They're very square.
But it's about her having a podcast and her living a single life, and she's doing whatever, and
she's sleeping around. It's cool. Like, she's a 20-year-old chick,
and I'm trying to figure out what it is for me with that. The whole show, I'm trying to figure out, am I out of the demo of it where it's like I'm not quite. It's stuff that's supposed to be funny. Mm-hmm. It's not making me laugh.
No, I think it's very flat.
Yeah, it's immature.
I don't think it has anything to do with your demographic.
Yeah,
because I watch a lot of stuff, and I'm saying to you, I watch a lot of TV. That I get what they're trying to do with it. I don't think she's as funny as she wants to be. But how they wrap up each episode, it's kind of like a life lesson for her, right?
Yeah.
And she tries to make it right and all that.
I think on this one, I'm going to say I am out of the demo on it. Because stuff that's funny to me, that's to her, that's funny, I can't get it.
No, I just think it's not good.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what it
Don't be so hard
is.
on yourself. It's
I
really,
don't know. I'm fabulous.
It's really not good.
I am fabulous. I'm still in a great demo.
But I like her. I really like her realness on the podcast because she's uncut.
Yeah.
But it's not one of my favorites. I'm giving it a burnt popcorn.
It's not appointment TV for me. I want to support.
Yeah.
But it's like, I will watch something else before I watch that.
Totally.
You know what I mean? I will watch something else before I watch that.
Popcorn.
Yeah. What's the next one we got?
What we got? Oh, HBO Max. Rap shit. Created by our girl, Issa Rae. And it's based in Miami, Florida. The show follows two estranged high school friends who want to be rappers.
Yeah.
But the winner for me in this, there was only one episode I was able to watch, right? Because the next one's coming.
There's two episodes.
Is it two?
It's already 2 episodes.
So I watched the first one. I love the character Mia. Mm-hmm. I think she is the most authentic. She plays a single mom trying to make it.
Right.
She's a makeup artist, stripper by night, meaning
OnlyFans. She does things on OnlyFans. Yeah.
And she's just real to me.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other character, Shauna.
So Shauna Clark,
she
she had a shady producer.
Yes.
Who she had this rap and it went viral, and then I guess he promised her all these things that he was going to do for her, and he didn't come through.
Yeah.
So she kind of fell flat on her face with that.
And then she did this whack Instagram live with the face paint.
Yeah. So what that is about was that she wants her rap lyrics to be they're very meaningful, you know. Yeah. And so she thinks that if she covers her face, you don't care what I look like, you should hear what I'm talking about, but my spit, I'm spitting this or whatever.
They're like,
and it didn't translate well. But what happened is, let me tell you something too. This particular show, it is in a phone view.
What's that mean?
So like you were on Instagram.
Oh yeah, phone.
It's in a phone view.
I agree.
So it's like a phone eye view
because they go live.
Yeah, and
do
so
all that.
like they're doing all these things that are live or whatever. But what happened was she and Mia reconnected somehow.
Yeah,
and they go to a strip club, and then they're in the car, and like how we tend to go live sometimes when we're here, you know, doing the podcast or whatever. It goes viral.
Yeah,
they're rapping and it goes viral.
Yeah,
and so she really wants to try to get back into that. But what also threw Shauna Clark off was that the producer that was helping her in the very beginning, he is helping this other rapper, and she's killing it.
Baby.
She's twerking and she's doing all this stuff. All that. And Shauna's nothing like that. She's nothing like that.
Okay. So back to I gotta go back. So the strip club scene. Okay, have you ever been to a strip club?
I've not.
Okay, Toni. You gotta go. Like
one
time.
Well, let's go.
Okay, we're gonna go.
Okay, let's go.
And I'm gonna tell you why. And I think I'm going totally off script here, but I think every woman should go.
Why?
Because you need to see what they see. You need to know, you know what? I can do that. Or I can.
Can you?
I tried.
Did it work?
Sure.
Okay. So you can get up on the pole and use all of your upper body strength.
No.
No,
Now,
or what do you do?
No, meaning it ain't all about the pole. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's one aspect of it.
It's one aspect. That's what I'm saying. See? And you just need to go in there and see what they looking at.
Okay.
Every woman needs to do that. I highly recommend it.
Okay. All right.
It's a good time.
So maybe an episode of Popcorn and Champagne. Aaron, you good with that? We're going to be at the strip club.
Well, I don't know about that, but I just found that interesting how they went in there and had a good time and all of that. Yeah. I'm curious to see how all this grows.
So one thing I will say about this one, you can tell the music is the bomb.
You know why?
Because Issa Rae is so musically inclined. Yeah. And I remember when she on Insecure, I was Shazam. I was like, where is that beat? It's the dopest. I think I see a lot of similarities in Insecure. However, what I see is they're a little bit more broker. They don't have as much money as the girls in Insecure. And I keep thinking, is it Issa and Molly with this Shauna and Mia kind of thing, you know? Okay. But it is totally, for me, a champagne moment because I like what Lisa Ray does in showing how, what was it that was just, it was just at the top of my head, me trying to remember what it was, but I like how she shows how society views black women and how we're still striving to show that we're not as you may think, you know? Yeah. So I think it's a dope show and I think that it's going to get better with time.
It will. I think, you know who's helping her with the music, right? The City Girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're helping her. They're two of the producers of the show.
Yeah.
So I thought that Young Miami, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I love it. I think it's dope. I really do. I think it's dope. So, Tiffany, you went to see Nope without me because I was not able to go.
I was lonely.
We had planned to go together, and so I had some scheduling issues, and I wasn't able to go. So tell me about Nope. Jordan Peele. What you got?
So, okay. Now, everybody's not going to get this, but I'm going to say this. If you decide to go see this movie, do not go in that theater thinking you're going to see Get Out or Us. Okay?
Okay.
I need you to leave that in
totally
behind
different.
Because this Jordan Peele, and if you look at Get Out and Us, they're two totally different types of movies as well. And this is what makes him so brilliant to me, is because he reinvents himself. Now, this is only his third movie, but the three, they're totally different. Normally, you see like a pattern, you know, with people's movie. Now, the only pattern I can say is the cast.
He loves, he loves him.
He loves Daniel Kula. I can't think his last name.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. But everybody's not going to get it. But you got to go in there with an open mind. It reminded me of First Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay.
Close Encounters. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now that's dating me, because that's an oldie.
Okay.
But it's a freaky UFO movie.
Okay.
With a twist. Okay. And the star that shines is Keke Palmer. She is a star. That chick is a triple threat. Right? Like, she can sing, she can act, she could do all of it. She kept my attention for the whole entire, and I would not be shocked if Keke gets a nomination.
Oh, wow.
For an Oscar.
Now, is she married to the guy that's in it?
No, they're brother and sister.
Brother and sister, okay.
And then my man who plays their father was the minister on Greenleaf. I can't think of his name.
Oh, I know. He does voiceover training.
He's amazing.
He is amazing.
He plays their father.
Oh my God, I love his voice.
Their roles and what they do is so unassuming. Like, you would never. How Jordan Peele thought to get. To put these people in the middle of nowhere doing what they did, it just blew my mind. But a lot of people are not going to like it. But if you're into sci-fi weird, I highly recommend it.
So is there anything you can compare it to that you've seen before? Is nothing
just the
similar?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, you did say that. Okay.
Like something weird like that. You know, that it's like, well, what is it?
Right.
Well, but the cinematography, it was beautiful. Like, I wanted to see it in 4D, but I couldn't do it. But so I went to the IMAX. But I mean, it's a champagne moment for me because no one is doing what he's doing. I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite directors is Quentin Tarantino. Mm-hmm. And that is who Jordan is reminding me of. He is another version of that.
And he's only at the very beginning of his career.
He's at the beginning. And it's beautiful work. And I'm just going to say this again. Everybody's not going to get it. Mm-hmm. But I loved it. The actors saved the movie. And that's all I can say.
Well, there's going to be more to come from him, I'm sure.
Hands down.
Today's show, Craig Melvin did an interview with him. Now, did you see
that?
that? Yeah. It was so good.
And they have a set at Universal Studios. Yep. He is the first African American.
Yep.
Do you understand? That is like huge.
That is huge.
I'm excited for Jordan Peele. I want to see what he has coming next.
Did you used to watch Key and Peele?
I did.
God, that was so funny.
I did.
Oh, that was so good.
You know, Key is like a minister.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's a minister.
Sketch comedy, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I would love to do Saturday Night Live. I would love to do do different voices and things like that. I would love to do that. I would love to do that.
You'd be a hit.
Shout out Lauren Michaels. Go ahead. Oh.
Yes. What you watching?
Oh, so what I'm about to start is the last movie Stars. It's going to be on HBO Max.
Okay.
This is going to be a 6-part documentary.
Okay.
And it's going to be about Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward. I cannot wait. And Ethan Hawke has produced this. So I think it's going to be really,
because they were married.
Really good. They were married.
Like
they're going to talk about old Hollywood. And like they're the last movie stars that like get it. Mm-hmm. And I know that George Clooney is doing one of the voiceovers for Paul Newman. So I cannot wait to get involved in this and see exactly.
George? George just been asleep.
I don't know. He's beautiful. Isn't he?
Gorgeous.
I miss George. I do too. Okay. He's classic. And then I'm also going to watch Aftershock.
I watched
It's going to be, did you? Okay. Don't tell me yet, even though this is a spoiler show. But it's again, it's about, partners whose wives died during childbirth and they did not have to die.
So sad.
So anyway, that's definitely, okay, good. I'm going to definitely watch it. We need to talk about it soon.
Yeah, we need to talk about it.
So what you watching?
So, Grownish on Freeform is back for season 5. Mm-hmm. So this season, Junior is in college.
Oh my gosh.
He is at Cal U, and it is focusing on Junior.
Junior is from Blackish.
Yes.
Grownish is a spinoff from Blackish that was on ABC.
Yeah. And so Zoe, Yara, who was the star of the show, but now Junior's kind of taken over. Zoe has graduated and she's living her best life in New York, doing her fashion thing, but she's going to be popping in and out, checking on him. And she's still involved with Aaron, cutie pie.
Oh, he's so cute.
And Aaron got a professor's job at Cal U.
Okay.
So she's going back and forth from LA to New York, so they're still trying to make it work. I'm excited. I love Junior.
I do too. He was so funny on Blackish.
He was so funny.
Blackish was the best show ever written on TV.
Yeah.
It was so good. Blackish was so good.
I wish Black AF would come back.
Oh, well, there was an issue with Kenya Burris and Netflix. It's not happening.
Why?
I don't know. It was an issue. They had an issue.
Wonder what it was.
I don't know, but that was excellent.
When I tell you that was the funniest.
It was hilarious. It was Blackish. It was Blackish.
It was genius.
God, it was so funny.
Oh, I hate that.
It was so funny. Yeah, but no, that's not happening.
Okay.
All right, what else you got?
On Hulu. The Split. It's one of my BBC loves. A lot of shows popped up for me during COVID, and I just entertained myself with a lot of things. Like The Split, Virgin River. Like, it was just some good must-watch TV for me. But anyway, I'm a sucker for the BBC.
Did you watch Luther?
I did. Oh my gosh.
Idris Elba.
Oh, Luther is
he's got
phenomenal.
a new movie coming out called The Beast. We're going to be talking about that.
Yes,
movie.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
good. But he told me about it already. I'll talk to you about it later. I can't divulge much information because he and I were talking about it just a few minutes ago. Okay, go ahead.
But it's about this family called the Defoes. And they're 3 sisters, and they're all attorneys. And they're a family of female divorce lawyers. And it focuses around their family and just people who they help to get divorces. And it's mostly like high-powered people. It's lots of drama, but it's good. And then one of the sisters went through her own divorce. She cheated and all that crap. But I like it. It's entertaining, and it's a drama that I love.
Well, that's good. I'm gonna have to check it out. So it just got on Hulu. What season are we in on this?
Oh, it might have been like season 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it just started back up.
So
that's it.
That's
a lot. We covered a lot.
We had a really big show.
I loved it.
I did too. I loved every minute of it. But thanks everybody for joining Popcorn and Champagne. Remember to follow us on Instagram at popcorn_champagne.
Yes.
And you can listen wherever you get your podcasts.
And go to our YouTube page, subscribe, like, comment, tell us what you want. We're listening.
Shannon Sanders, thank you so much. Chris Jenner, call us.
Yes.
Andy Cohen, call us. We'll be happy to be your bartender.
I want to be behind that bar, baby.
Bye, everybody.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Mwah.
Can I ask you where you get this money from?